So in the last video we went over printing things, and basically you found out that that is the print. Basically you can think of it as a command. I guess it's not necessarily a command. It is a function, print, and you're passing it a parameter of whatever you want here, but we're not going to, don't worry about those terms that I just mentioned. Right now we learned how to print. And now I'm going to introduce you to variable. We're going to stick with string for right now. Now, in a lot of other languages, you have to put var, or you have to put int for the type. Now, all variables have a type, but Python is dynamically typed or dynamically done with their variables, so we're not going to worry about that. You're just going to have the name of it. Now, there are different naming conventions and things that you can and can't do, like any other programming language. You can't really use keywords, right? Def equals hello. Let's try that one. That'll probably throw an error. Really bad error. Invalid syntax. If it's a word that lights up a different strange color, you know, it probably can't be used. So that's the only thing you can't have to remember. So we're going to say name equals random apparatus. And you can use your name for this. And right now it doesn't do anything, right? We've just assigned this string to name. And just like variables in algebra, don't worry, don't let that word scare you if you weren't good at math for some reason. Name is just now, according to the computer, name is literally equal to the string random apparatus, or whatever you put as your name, or whatever sentence you decided to put in for this tutorial. It has basically a place in memory, and whenever you say print name, for instance, it's not going to print name, it's going to print what is name in the context of this program. It's the same thing as if you were putting random apparatus, and I'll show you that here. So when you say name equals random apparatus, the next time that you type name, that is how you can think of it as that is how it's going to be interpreted by the computer, is that these two things are literally equivalent. You could kind of play around a little bit and say age, right, equals 22. Now this, you see I'm not putting around quotations, but let's, for simplicity's sake, because I want to still mess with strings for now, I'm going to say 22. One of the things that you can do is, the fancy term is called concatenate. I spelt that wrong. Not really sure. By the way, real quick side note, this, I guess you people that are a lot younger than me, this is a hashtag with the number symbol, and then anything is going to be just a comment and will be ignored. Okay? So once again here, we still have the random apparatus, this little run button here. I guess I've been doing this without really explaining to you that this green play button is basically running your code. I really apologize about not putting that in earlier. So we have these two different things, and we can concatenate by going age here, and we have a random apparatus in 22. Now you can see there's no space here or anything like that. And this is for a reason. These plus symbols are not used when you're talking about different strings. These are not going to be, a mathematical plus sign. You do that. We'll get to that in a later video. But the way to do this to make it look normal would be to do plus and then and then do another plus. So plus has to be between text and any variables, or text and any other kind of text. It has to be between everything. Be mindful of the spaces, because the spaces will be put there. So if you want things to really, look good, as you see, now there's a space as we put one here, and then afterwards, and then I am here. If we take this out, this is not going to make any sense. The plus sign has to be in between everything that you're adding together. And if you wanted to, you can do another space, again, years old, right? So random apparatus and I'm 22 years old. I wish I was 22 again. That's not true. So in the next video, we're going to go over a little bit more detail about strings. But in the meantime, if you are not going to watch a video immediately after this, play around with this, try to break it. We're going to go a little bit more into the security side of things in the next video, when I go over strings a little bit more in depth and variables a little bit more in depth.